to start later. But for a lot of people, that was actually the opposite of what they wanted to do. Like a few people wanted to start earlier, including one of the people who started this campaign with us, my real-world friend Lynn. She actually stopped playing because we were playing too late, and it was cutting into her family time.
I see.
So,
are you all guys from the West Coast?
no, we're from all over.
Yeah, well, I'm from the East Coast, like Josh.
But
Josh
still,
and-
most of
most
of you are from the States, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Canadian. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Same
Dick
time
and I-
zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Give or
Dick and
take.
I live in the same time zone currently.
Yeah.
Oh, within 3 hours, but
Yeah, I'm in California.
Yeah. I'm in the other. I'm up
How early is
around
it
the
there?
pond. Right now, for me, 8 p.m.
Yeah, so it's going to be about 1 in the morning for you when we stop?
Nah, most probably.
Yeah. Whoops, somebody left the chat.
Just did you got my whisper on World 20?
Sorry, I was trying to turn off Skype. Turned Discord off instead. That's because, Skype is murder on my connection.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead and...
Get quiet.
all right, I'm going to do a quick roll call. Anatar.
Yep.
Okay, Kukulu.
Cuckoo!
All right, Lucas.
Yep.
Shirka.
present.
All right, Thrashim.
oh,
All right, at this time,
No.
everybody go ahead and add 200 XP to their player character experience point total.
I bet you more DMs would have people showing up if you got XP for showing up on time.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it a lot more rewarding to actually show up on time. And
plus it guarantees you at least get something every session, no matter what happens.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's been a couple times where we were like in a conversation-heavy thing, like a city or whatever, and basically got no XP that session. It was quest-related, but nothing got accomplished.
Right.
Yeah, but like a few hours ago in Tyrone's game, the only person who got any real experience were me and Archer. Everyone else got next to nothing that session.
Yep. Okay. Does anybody remember what time we actually ended the session in game last week?
Actually, I
Dragon,
think
we were,
you,
Woke us up, and then it would have been night because it was the weasels.
Yeah, the Weasels were in the middle of the night, and I believe that was at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was second
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah. Or is second shift third? Or, sorry, it's 3 o'clock in the morning? Is that second shift?
It was 1 hour into the third shift, because I remember it was specifically enough time for Thrashing to memorize all of his spells.
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, that would be, I believe, 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So it took you...
Oh, so
About-
Anatar is starting off as level 6?
No, I'm level 1.
I just saw like all these HP rolls.
Oh,
dice.
yeah. That's hit dice.
I
for-
just rolled all my 8 space.
Alright.
Yeah, I highly recommend doing that for everybody. A lot of people enjoy the surprise, though, whenever they
I
gain
do.
a level. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, although my surprises are disappointing. I rolled 3 1s in a row.
Your big surprise will it be another one, or maybe a 2 if you're lucky.
I'm hoping to roll at least 1 4 before I run out of hit dice.
A 10th level wizard with 10 hit points. I mean, you know.
Right.
Looks fine.
Okay, so it is 18 October. It's a few minutes after 3 a.m. Okay, and the party had just defeated the giant weasels, was it?
Yeah. Well, the blood-sucky vampire weasels, you know.
Yeah.
The weasels from hell.
Yes, they were giant weasels, and they were really tough. Actually, they caused a lot of wounds on the elephant. Okay, and you know, everybody kind of gets back to their normal.
Yeah, but apparently someone got 194,000 experience points.
No, that was just a test. I'm pretty sure.
All right, because otherwise I would be really sad right now.
Yeah, it says you gain experience from your encounter with the another test.
I wanted to take that test.
Yeah, 'cause
Let's hunt some testes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So after the combat, Thrasham will cast Heal on the elephant.
Okay.
That heals all hit points. So
Yeah. Yeah.
good.
So go ahead and check that off on your character sheet, and then place your characters where they would normally be at 4 o'clock in the morning. So when
I
everyone
guess-
else goes back to sleep. What were you saying?
yeah,
Lucas?
I guess right about now I'd be going through the half dragon's spell book.
Okay. This is your normal guard shift, right?
My normal
Yes.
guard shift is the last one.
Okay.
What it is, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you like open it up, and it looks like a bunch of spells written in an arcane language that you are unable to read without casting read magic.
Oh, luckily for me, I prepared that before we left the session. I moved on my magic missiles with read magic. Although
Okay.
it seems for some reason I still have the magic missile marked down. I should get rid of that.
Yeah.
As it's been like a couple days in universe, I probably did take the time to rememorize my spells.
Okay.
So yeah, got one copy of Read Magic, and I got, well, copy. So yeah, I can, just cast Read Magic and get on it.
Okay. So go ahead and use the macro for me if you have that. I'm not sure if you have it on your character sheet.
Oh, let's find out. I've got Detect Magic.
Okay.
Wait, that's a token action. Let's go to my actual character sheet. Hold up. Nope, just Detect Magic. No
Okay.
Read Magic.
So are you aware how long your version of read magic lasts?
Pages per level.
Well,
pages
two
per level.
rounds per level, and you read 1 page per round. So
Okay, so my Read Magic would last, since I'm level 6, 12 rounds.
okay. So
Wait, actually, would Read Magic require a Wild Surge check?
Spell does,
every
doesn't
spell,
it?
yeah.
All right. That is not one of my surges. That gives me a +1 to caster level. So I'm effectively level 7. So my Read Magic would last for 14 rounds.
Okay. All right. So during that time, you are able. Do you want to just start from the beginning and read towards the end?
Like here's my process. I'll read from front to the end. If I recognize what the spell does, I'll just skip it.
I'll be able to
Yeah.
tell how many pages it has.
You don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean-
You can tell me
Yeah.
how many pages you skip, but other than that, no.
All right, then I'll just go through it the slow way,
From beginning to end.
beginning to end. Let's
Okay.
do this. How many pages did this guy stuff in his book?
Let's see. It's a 50-page book, and it looks like It was actually a female.
Okay, this girl stuck in her book. Then I could
Okay.
tell because there's perfume all over the pages or something. By the way,
Glitter with hearts.
up sure.
40 pages of the book are taken up by magic spells.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Or a
You
bad,
read-
depending on how efficient this woman was.
You read how many pages?
If it's 2 per, let me just pull up the actual spell.
What level are you casting it at?
Well, since my wild search gave me a +1 on my level, so effectively 7.
7. So you can read 14 minutes, basically, or 14 pages, right?
Yep, with 1 cast.
Okay, so
Tomorrow I'm gonna
you
prepare more, but
start
yeah,
reading.
I'm gonna go through it.
and you see that the first 6 pages are read magic spell. Do you want to continue?
Yep, I'll continue.
The next 4 pages are detect magic. Okay, so that's 10 pages.
That's within normal standards.
All right. The next 1 page is a burning hand spell.
Huh. I'll copy that.
Okay, so that
Well,
makes.
I'll make a. Yeah, I guess I'll try to learn that spell, and I don't have it.
Yeah, you don't have copy memorized, do you?
I do.
Okay, so if you want to, you can just cast copy and copy it into your book at 1 page.
Yeah, that's literally as good as it gets.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to copy it into my first spell book.
Okay, and then
So it's one. Yep,
one
it's
page,
1 page.
burning hands. Yes, 1 page. Okay, and then how many pages do you have left in your spell book?
In my primary one, just 1. So
You have
that's
1 page left.
awfully convenient, actually, yeah.
Yeah, unless you find another 1 spell or 1 page spell.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yes, I do, but yeah, I'm
Okay.
not holding out hope for that.
all right. So you read 11 pages. So you have 3 left. Right? 3 pages
Yeah,
left.
3
minutes.
pages
All
left. Yeah.
But casting copy took 1 round. So you have 2 rounds left.
All right.
Okay, so you read 2 pages into the next spell and are unable to determine what spell it is. You have to read all the pages of the spell to find out what it is.
All right. I'll keep that little fact in mind.
Okay, so just
And
write down that you are 2 pages into the 4th spell.
you just. All right. So I'll mark that down. I guess in my character sheet, would that work?
Yeah.
Like in a little note section. Yep.
Mhm.
I am how many pages? So I'm 12 pages into the next book.
You are 2 pages into the 4th spell.
All right. 2 pages into.
Or I
4th
suppose you
spell.
could write down 13 pages, yeah. 13 pages in. So I'd be able to tell.
How many pages are filled?
40, I believe. Didn't I say 40?
Yeah. Okay, I guess when I'm done reading it, can you stick that spell book as a handout in my
I think I already did. I'll check. PCs and Company. Lucas. Books on You. Second Traveling Spellbook. Ah, okay. Add handout. Okay, mysterious note. Alright, so Spellbook of... It's called Spellbook of Taylor Amogden. I don't know why he named his character that.
Taylor Amogden.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
Okay.
As opposed to Kookaloo.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get to you soon enough. Let me just.
It's not just a name; it's the pronunciation as well.
It is an onomatopoeia.
How do you make the birds in the other token where they're sitting instead of flying?
Oh, I have to do that.
Then Hooter here needs to be sitting.
All right. Let me just now find a good picture for that spell book. because that's how I'm basically going to be doing this entire time. I get a new spell book. It gets its own little grimoire.
Okay.
You know, preferably one that isn't, you know, to work.
Right. So, just as you finish,
Yeah, I like to try to learn Burning Hands then.
I thought you used copy. Did you roll? Did you roll to learn?
I used. Oh yeah, I have to roll to learn, then use copy, right? Let me
Well, you
okay, let
cast
me
copy, and then it prints
Your
into your
book.
book.
But
And
to be able to
then
use
if
it, you have to.
actually learn it, then you know what it says. If you fail to learn it, it's still in your book, and it jams up a page because it was one page, right?
Yeah, but I could try it again at 7th level, and it's right there.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad decision. Besides, I think I can grasp one level 1 spell. Alright, so first, research check, thaumaturgy, and then I believe scribe. Or was it arcane?
Do you have scribe?
Yes, I do. It's
Okay.
right there.
Strategy, scribe, and then spellcraft or something like that. There's 3 of them, I believe.
Oh, right. It's spellcraft. That's the one I need.
No, it's not spellcraft. It's scribe, thaumaturgy, and research.
Search, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Then I already have it all.
Macro, when you choose
Yeah.
it tells you.
Yep. Burning hands. No, it's not. Plus 15.
Yeah, it was plus 15 because you were successful on all 3.
Oh, well.
You failed by just a
7.
little bit.
Yeah. So, it's in your book, copied in the magical language that you encountered it in, but you are unable to understand it. So, unfortunately, that kinda
This
jams
Dragon
up
Boy
a
right
page.
shake it scratch.
Yeah.
What does make sense of this? And then Lucas will just I'll have to clear my head and try this again at a later date.
Yeah. Fortunately,
Let's
you
hope the
have
rest
one
of our
page of
page
room left in your book. So at level 7, you can copy it again from your book to your book and roll again. But that one page is essentially forever lost.
Huh. Alright, that's fine.
So go ahead and annotate
Oh,
that in
yeah.
your book.
Yep, that page is lost forever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I find the erase spell, I could clean it out.
So who's on guard?
The spellcasters, Hooter, and then Adro. Well, basically spellcasters.
Okay. So, Beltola, you hear a knock at this door. And Kukulu, you're kind of woken up by a knock at the door directly behind you.
I guess I'll go. Who goes there? I mean, it's weird. Like,
Okay. So,
go out the bathroom and not tell me? I mean,
all right. Shirka, from inside the door you've just knocked upon, you hear Beltola's voice saying, "Who goes there?"
Okay. She'll say it's me, Shirka.
sure. Ghost?
It sounds like they're. Let the half elf in.
Password.
There was no password.
You knew it. She opens the door.
Okay, so the door opens, and before you, laying on the floor, you see an extremely ugly, but tall, creature, about 6 foot 1 inch, laying in front of the door. Kukulu, go ahead and introduce the appearance of your character.
I was just like, wait a minute, if you're Shrika, who's this? We thought that was you.
Wow, do you say that?
Yes, while they're both equally visually appealing, the differences are rather clear.
So Kukulu, go ahead and describe your character to Shirka.
Kukulu has offset eyes. One is reptilian. One looks kind of like a goat eye. They both have like a fishy cast to them, kind of watery. Large, misshapen ears, almost like a bat. He is hideous.
Yeah. I think she goes, ew. Did you guys pick up another stray evil creature as a pet?
He also will not look you in the eye.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought the drow was the ugliest thing we'd encounter on our journey. Turns out we were wrong.
He's just a creature of nature.
I don't think this is natural.
Several parts of it were cousins or something, but
He pulls the cowl of his cloak up over his face and just kind of sits in the corner.
Yeah, Lucas looks at the mongrel man and says, "That's not nature. That's magic. He's a mongrel man."
Yeah, I agree. This is not natural.
A failed experiment by an incompetent wizard.
what happened when wizards drink, huh?
Drink on Feywind, maybe. Ugh.
Just as you say that, Lucas, you can see a bright flash in the darkness outside the door behind Shirka, well beyond Shirka, actually, way out here. There's a bright flash of light, okay? And it blinks in, right? And it slowly fades away, all right? And what's left after the light disappears is this elf here and a golden retriever here. Okay, and then the light fades to nothing, and they're again in the darkness, and you cannot see them.
Speaking of strays, hey Shirka, turn around for me.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll turn around in the spot
Anatar,
so that she's facing
a group of people here by the light of like some kind of ambient light in a hallway. There's a door open on the side of a mossy rock. Okay, and inside you can see this half-elf, female mountain dwarf, a giant owl, a gray elf, and an ugly but tall creature kind of laying on the floor that just kind of rolled over and looks like he's going back to sleep. Looks like a mongrel man. And this thing looks like, I said, just a big mossy rock camouflaged into the forest, but there is a door. Obviously built into the side.
What is that? Okay. Where am I? Hey, you there! Hi!
Strange guy from the sky. From the future?
No, just far away. Where am I? Hi.
Middle of Forever Forest? A day's way from Gronar?
Okay. I'm Manatar. Hi there.
My name is Beltola. What brings you here? On a beam of light.
I'm searching for Elistar. Why there is a door on a rock?
And Shirka is just gonna face palm and she's gonna say, I gotta start learning to close the doors behind me.
Are you raised in a barn? Wait, never mind. You don't even have a barn.
Yeah, that would go against her ethos.
caging all those animals up. But no, this is a house provided to us by my liege or my, I don't know what you'd call him. To Beltola.
Yeah.
Liege. His good friend Adro creates this at night so we can sleep in safety. Rises from the ground and looks like a rock.
Interesting.
You know,
Magic.
at the rate that strays keep finding us, we should pick a new disguise other than giant rock.
Anatar, from beside you in the darkness, you hear this hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo,
What?
there and here.
Owls?
And apparently you stumble slightly in the dark, so go ahead and roll me a dex check.
Yeah, most probably. Out! God damn it. No one's light.
Oh, you take 1 damage, you're dead because you had 1 hit point. Oh.
So, everybody, you see this elf in the distance, stumbling in the dark.
He's no elf. Boy, Lucas sees an elf stumbling in the dark. He's like, this guy is not an elf. All elves come with infravision so they can see in the dark.
You're
Are you
just
saying
gonna
that-
say, "Are you okay?"
Are you saying that aloud? Sorry. Are you saying that aloud?
Anatar, go ahead and roll that dex check for me, please. If you click on your
Oh
token.
yeah, I say that aloud and shake my head.
Lucas is our PR department.
I don't know what that is, but
It
He has
was
a
supposed to
percentage
be
science.
an
That's somewhere.
ability
Yeah,
check,
probably.
but
The defaults are.
there. Better.
hmm.
I'm
One
not sure how you roll a 1.
Dex check, but
What the? Why did it not just roll dex? Ability check, strength, dexterity, submit. There. Okay, you pass. Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, if you click on your token and click on ability check, there's a drop-down menu. If you click on the drop-down menu, select dexterity, and then click submit, it will do that. But you already passed. I rolled it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, you sort of walk into this bush here and stumble over, like, the branch of it, but you're able to pass through it.
so Beltogo.
An elf that hasn't his bearing yet from the teleport, I suppose.
Beltogo, be careful there. There are woods outside, and she'll like walk out a little bit so he can
Oh
see
yeah,
better.
would I know if teleports normally are in golden light?
You've never encountered teleport before, so you wouldn't know.
All right.
Wizard research teleport to add a flashy light to it.
I guess so.
Can I come closer?
Please come inside before you let in a draft.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, as funny as it is to watch you stumbling over your own feet, it would
As-
probably be better to continue this conversation inside.
Okay, so as you get a little closer, the ambient light sort of spills out into the forest, and you can see there's a bush here and a tree trunk here.
And Beltola, you'll notice, is glowing like with the brightness of day, like it's coming from her
right.
armor.
Go ahead and give her a
Ah.
light aura.
Just give me a heads up before you do that next time. Thank you. No matter what, thank you for lighting the place.
It's my job to bring light into the darkness, to enlighten the masses.
I like you already. Again, am I a Telestar? I just see one elf here.
Yes, there is 2 elves. We got Lucas right behind us, And then
Oh,
further
yeah.
inside is Willowith. They're both mages, and Willowith is busy studying the arcane arts, whatever he does for hours on end. You know,
I'm half elf.
2.5 elves. I mean,
No, in case anyone's counting.
maybe 2.75, because Kookaloo might be an elf in there somewhere. So.
No, he ain't no dirty elf.
What is this creature? Never seen one of those before. And I have seen some
I
strange
believe they are
creatures.
called mongrelmen, and despite their looks, they are not generally evil. They are just a poor soul twisted by magics, used as slaves by evil wizards.
While you guys have been talking, Kookaloo's picked up his blanket and kind of stormed off like an angry child to find another place to sleep that's quieter.
Okay, then better get inside and let's close that door behind us this time.
Yes.
Inside, sure? Are we going to show you outside again? There we go. Some rooms to your left that are currently empty if you want to sleep for the rest of the night. It's only like 3 or so in the morning, so
Thank you for your
out
hospitality.
at 7.
Thank you again. You are very kind.
Good to help travelers that we stumble across.
You didn't refill Big E's
There-
health.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry for interrupting the roleplay, but go ahead.
It's okay.
I have to go to his character sheet. I can't remember how much hit points he had. Set it to maximum automatically.
Mm-mm. You have to open up the character sheet to see what his max is. Okay, so Lucas, you see a high elf walk in here with a golden retriever here.
The guy, he's about
Lucas?
5'8".
Lucas,
He's
are you there?
wearing. Lucas?
Oh, sorry. He's wearing what now?
He's wearing a Tyrian purple robe with golden embroiderment. He has a long sword on his belt and just a backpack.
I see. And you currently look like a high elf.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Light brown hair, hazel eyes.
At this point, Lucas kind of squints his eyes a bit and says, "Okay, who are you and why did you want to go to Alistar? And I don't believe that you're an elf. Elves can see in the dark. You seem to struggle a lot with that bush."
Do they now? I'm an emissary from Queen Morwell. Do you know her?
What? Would that be a proficiency check, or would I know that as a wizard?
If you have sage knowledge, outer planes, go ahead and roll me that proficiency. Otherwise, no.
Nope.
Maybe add that to my character sheet real quick. Okay, yeah.
I pulled a little book. How to be a sage in 30 seconds
Yeah.
for dummies.
Never heard of her. Is she an Elfstar?
No.
I mean, Elistar?
Sent there from her. I have to reach this place. I suppose it's an elven outpost somewhere around here.
Yeah.
The only elf places I know of is a castle named Culane and a gray elf town called Lucidia. I've never heard of another elf town nearby yet. But there was a elf town we passed in the woods nearby. That might be the right one, but we have not gotten a name for it.
Yeah, we didn't go inside, but that's where Elistar is. Inside the
Well, I could say that's
forest.
where
Discussion
we
is referring to
think
this
it
here.
is. Yeah,
Oh, it's somewhere inside that part of the forest. I know that, but I don't exactly know where because we're supposed to stay away from it. Or that's what Magnus told us. But anyway,
Why are you staying away from it?
because as my master is a druid, so he is in charge of this forest. But the elves basically look after their own part of the forest, and we kind of have an understanding. You know, they don't do anything in our part of the forest, and we don't go to theirs. So we took after our own parts.
Possibility that they may kill you as a trespasser.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, you see, while they are of the elven race, wood elves, at least by my standards, are barbarians. They will shoot you if you walk into their territory.
That's strange. That's really strange.
Chirk is just gonna shake her head.
I believe it's just high stress. We are currently investigating an uprising of undead in the area, and I think it might have put him on edge more than normal.
Yeah, we're
Undead?
actually
There's supposedly a tomb that's been opened, and zombies have been spilling out of it.
yeah.
Okay. And this tomb is somewhere close by?
I don't know how far, but it's supposed to be to the north of here. We're going to Gronar to get a little more information because we haven't talked to anybody in the area really yet to get better details.
Yeah, Elistar is
Gronar, is that a city?
It's a city that's just about a day's travel southeast of here.
yeah, it's a couple of
Stay there
days
for a while.
backwards to get to the Sylvan part of the forest where the Sylvan elves are. But we're closer to Gronar, so
It'd be several days travel to the elf town because it's
Yeah.
through the forest.
Mind you if I accompany you till this... How did you call that city? Gnoran?
Gronar, you're more than welcome
Ah.
to join us. Is your business with the elves pressing, or can it wait a day or so?
I'm not sure. It wasn't supposed to be pressing, but if undeads are walking again, it might be. Thank you.
You're
Really,
welcome.
thank you.
As the goddess says, always look out for those. Across.
Goddess?
all.
What
Yes.
goddess?
Baranar True Silver, the great goddess of the mountain dwarves. She's about community and defense and family lore.
Bless
My
her
job to
and her
ensure
followers.
her word is spread throughout the land.
I can see. Bless her and her followers.
It's getting late for you. If you want to sleep at all tonight, there's a room right over here. 3 or 4 hours left before we set out in the morning. There'll be breakfast provided by the goddess if you're hungry.
Okay, just a quick.
Thank you.
roll call real
I
quick.
will.
Anatar, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, Kukulu, are you here?
Cuckoo!
Okay. Lucas?
Yep.
Shirka.
Present.
And I know Thrashim was here. He was just talking. Okay. Just, yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay, but Beltola was saying...
If you wanted to sleep for a few hours, there's a room right to your left, or your right, depending which way you're looking. Well, both sides are empty. You can sleep for a few hours. We usually set out at 7 in the morning, and breakfast is served around 6 in the morning. Barana herself provides us with all the nourishment we need if you're hungry in the morning.
Fine then. I will see you in the morning. There is no reason to keep you all awake.
I'll be up for several hours because it's my guard shift, but the rest of us are probably sleeping.
Thank you again. Then I will retreat to one of these rooms and leave you all to get some rest.
Okay. By the way, the weather outside is stormy as hell. So this is what it sounds like. I don't know if you have the volume turned up enough to hear sounds. You're certainly not required to.
Oh, this journey's gonna be pleasant. Oh yeah, Josh, do I mark XP for the read magic and the copy spell?
Yeah. Well, not the copy spell because you weren't successful.
Alright.
But the read magic, yes. It actually was detrimental to your character in the slightest way. I.e., you waste a page in your book, so not successful, technically. Alright.
Yeah, at this rate I'm gonna need to buy a third spell book.
Yeah. Oh, is your second one almost full?
Now, the second one has 43 more pages left, but I've still got the 2 scrolls to learn from, and the girl still has...
You also have to consider you are carrying around the girl's book. Every spell in there you can technically use from that book if you learned it, and then it has 10 pages, so I mean...
Wait, what? What'd you say?
The book he's got from the other character, he can use spells out of there, assuming he knows them, right?
No, he cannot. He actually has to copy them into something. So when you capture a spell book, you don't understand it in the slightest. You have to cast read magic to understand it, okay? But it's not written in a way that you are used to. So when you copy it into your own spell book, you copy it in your own arcane language, essentially. Every wizard has their own arcane language, if that makes sense. What you are able to do is write it in a concise manner in which it takes up the precise amount of pages as the original book.
Copy, right?
With copy.
In this case, Taylor has chicken scratch. In the case of Burning Hands, efficient chicken scratch, but still chicken scratch. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
You was rooting in Dwarven.
But essentially, in order to memorize spells, you can't have cast read magic to learn or to read the spell you're trying to memorize. It's just in someone else's language. So, yeah, that's the reason why. Like, you can't cast read magic and then memorize spells. You have to be completely rested and not have cast any spells.
Well, once you've read a book, you've read it forever, though, right? Like,
yes, but you
cast
can't
read magic.
understand it in a way.
Yeah,
that
to
you
memorize, but you could transfer it. So, like, if your spell book burned, you could copy read magic from a book you'd read before.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yep, that's why I keep my own that's why I keep read magic, detect magic, and copy in my second spell book, because if the first one
If you lose
burned,
all traces of read magic that you have access to, you're pretty fucked. I have to research the spell or something.
yeah, which will be annoying.
Okay.
So we sleep or whatever.
Okay. So, the a few hours until sunlight go by. And it is, what, the 18th? 18 October, 10:85 today. Okay, so October 18. Storm. Precipitation rain. It is.
Okay.
So it is the waxing moon right now.
In other
The
words,
waning.
no
Waning. Sorry.
so no werewolves tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
Good,
It's
something.
just they're not transformed.
Okay.
Unless they are half werewolves.
Oh wow.
They turn on half moon.
So you guys, sun comes up. It is stormy. Do you want to?
Azure ingest it.
Okay, so Azro uses a powerful innate spell-like ability to change the storm from a storm to strong winds. Okay. So the rain goes away. And I also have a handout to describe what strong winds does to the party. Let's see. Where is it? It's in handouts, wind effects. How do you show a handout to people?
To assign.
Is it
Oh, you mean like?
shift? Can you guys see that?
I'm
No.
looking at the wind effects handout right now.
Right above the character
Yeah,
sheets, but I,
did
nothing
it
opened
open it
automatically.
up for you? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
control.
man. We're at
Should be a
strong
button
winds.
called Show to Players.
Yeah,
Ah.
there used to be at least.
Well, if it's beyond 19 miles per hour, the birds are not flying today.
The smaller birds, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, winds in excess of 19 miles per hour, i.e. strong breeze or strong wind, drive small flying creatures, those eagle size and under, from the skies. Severely affect missile accuracy in that you just can't use missile attacks at all. Okay? And
Even
make-
magic missile?
No, that's not a missile attack, that's a spell.
Okay.
A physical, like, a
Yeah.
thing. If it had a hit roll, like, maybe like acid, most acid arrow, it
Throwing
might be.
anything or shooting anything, unless it's a siege-sized weapon. Okay? So cannons will still work. Giants throwing boulders will still work. Characters throwing boulders will still work.
Well,
And it
we
makes
have a
sailing
character-
difficult.
Wait, we have a
Okay,
character
yes,
who can
yeah,
throw a
they do.
boulder.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Winds in excess of 32 miles per hour. So that would be gale force winds. Even drive man-sized flying creatures from the skies and cause minor ship damage. Winds in excess of 55, which is storms. Per hour, drive all flying creatures from the skies, even dragons. Okay, that's gale force winds. Uproot small trees, knock down wood structures, yada yada yada. And then winds in excess of 73, which is a hurricane per hour, are hurricane force, and you actually could like take damage possibly. But that's really, really rare.
Talking about when it's a hurricane.
Right. And there's also
Yeah,
an eye
but
of
be
the storm.
collecting our mongrel band off the nearby tree if that happens.
Yeah. And the way weather works
I have
is it goes from gale force winds to hurricane. There's no storm in between because that's the quote-unquote calm before the storm type of thing. So,
And the way the weather rolls work, if I remember right, is if you roll gale twice or something, it turns into a hurricane. Like it has to be a gale before it be a
no, if
hurricane.
you roll hurricane, for there actually to be a hurricane, it has to be a gale the day before. So the wind speeds up and then jumps straight to hurricane. As you can see, it goes, for wind speed anyways, it goes from gale to storm to hurricane. Okay?
But for the encounters, it's just gale to hurricane.
Yeah,
Right.
because that's the calm before the storm.
The wind basically goes from no breeze to moderate breeze or whatever? Like, is it just calm winds, strong
You
winds,
can see that
gale?
it's light, moderate, strong.
The encounters though, like it only goes no winds, like favorable winds or whatever, like
Something
light favorable,
that. Yeah,
and then
favorable could be light, I guess.
or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. We have strong winds today, right?
Yeah, but this is as per the spell. And in second edition, they use spell effects for natural stuff. Okay, so like
Only time they mention this sort of thing in second edition, right?
yeah, the only time they mention wind speed and that kind of thing is in control winds. So the same effect goes along with like poisonous rats biting you. They don't say what the disease does, or not poisonous rats, but rats. It just says you get a disease. So
Jiggle
yeah,
disease.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you use the cause disease quote unquote spell to determine what the disease does. Okay. So a lot of natural effects do spell effects, but you don't like save versus spell to avoid it because it's technically not a spell. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's why you use control winds. It's the only thing that goes along with the random weather table in second edition, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys wake up at about 6 in the morning. Spend an hour getting ready to travel.
Lost voice.
What?
Ah, okay. Yeah,
And you are here. Okay. Gronar is here. You've got the Lonesome Troll's cave that you just came from there, and then that's the only elvish settlement you guys know of around here. You actually saw it from a distance in passing. I think you passed through this square and then this square to get to the Lonesome Troll cave here. So you saw it, slightly to the north. And then you went straight from the Lonesome Troll cave, which is here, and you were traveling that way. So, which direction you guys want to go today?
We were trying to go to Gronar, so like southeast or whatever, right?
Okay. Does everyone stick with Thrasham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because he's gonna break off on his own.
yeah.
Not suicidal. No thanks.
Right. Okay. So, you guys reach the edge of the forest. Okay. And you can see basically a wide open plain. All right. And through this plain runs the river called Spoot River, which you guys were originally following. And you can see that the state of Gronar here is a walled city that it is basically using the river as a moat.
A little bit, and then the river goes around it or
Yeah,
whatever.
the river kind of goes around it. It divides the river in half, essentially.
Over the river on like a bridge, or is it like an island in the middle, or?
I guess from this distance you can't really tell.
Like on a big arcing bridge or anything like that, right?
You don't see any structure below the city from this distance. You are pretty far away. You're at least 6
Miles,
miles.
yeah,
6 miles
yeah.
away. Okay. So it would have taken about half the day to reach this point, which would be basically high noon. So you have plenty of light. It is still pretty windy though. Okay. So October 18. It is windy. Strong winds. Okay. There is no rain now because you basically switched it off. No solar event. And it is the waning moon. Okay, so at your current rate of travel, you would reach the city-state of Gronar in, let's see, it's only 6 hours and you're moving at 24. So that's like, well, 6 miles at movement rate of 24 would be a quarter of a day. Right.
But yeah, so
Yeah, 6 points. Okay.
And is it already midday now?
Yes, it's midday now. So you would reach Gronar by 3 p.m.
Okay.
And I'm going to need a quick bathroom break. So I'll put you on the map and show you guys what you can see.
Liz gone.
Yeah. I see blackness.
And then
let
there
you
was
guys
darkness.
place your tokens.
Well, good news is that means my darkness spell worked. Maybe a little too well.
The world is dark.
Okay, so go ahead and place your tokens here, and I'll come back in a minute. I just need to use the restroom real quick. And anybody else who needs to use the restroom, just go ahead.
Is there a way I can drag and drop a token?
Name on the
go to
thing
your-
and drag it.
Name your character, then just drag it down.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, how's that work?
From the handouts,
You just go to
your,
get over.
use your character handout and drag and drop it onto the map. Never thought that was possible for the players. But I
Your
have a
character, because the DM gave you rights to your character sheet and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is an elephant. That thing that says Big Hill is an elephant. Okay. Who are you guys?
And he's like, "Who are you guys?" And I think we're the circus.
Yeah. Okay.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
We got the animal.
Alright, so I'm just going to reveal some areas real quick since you're in the northwest corner.
I mean, we've got an elephant, we've got a bunch of animals, we've also got a freak show exhibit now.
Yeah.
Are those giant eagles?
Pretty much a traveling circus.
You didn't broadcast that. Okay, you see 2 drawbridges. One east of you and one south of you. As well as essentially a castle wall with towers along it. And you can see all along both the east and south wall. The arrows depict, they're crudely drawn, you know, but they depict the flow of water. Sorry about the crude arrows. But you can tell from a distance what direction the water is. Definitely flowing because of high ground to low ground, just gravity. This is the highest point right here.
And I imagine the moat stinks.
At the point you're at, no, it doesn't stink at all.
Alright.
And that is actually the river. So it just looks like
Pool water, it's a flowing thing.
it's a
So.
flowing river, yeah. So it moves pretty fast. Okay. You can see atop these towers that each tower has guards. They're armed not with bows or crossbows, but with long metal tubes that they seem to be holding pointed skyward. And at the base of each tube is a wooden buttstock that looks like the buttstock of a heavy crossbow.
Oh, they're one of those long metal tubes that guy Stefan had.
Yeah.
Except,
There's
longer.
2 of them.
Yeah, Scarab has essentially the same version that these guys are carrying.
Ah, so they're firearms.
They are what?
Yeah, firearms. You don't really see much of them from where I come from, but I'm told they're basically like long tubes of metal that will fire a ball-shaped piece of lead, and they launch it with something called gunpowder. They're pretty deadly, actually, if they, hit. As deadly as magic? No, but anyone can use a firearm in theory. Terrifying little pieces of machinery, really. I think you do something about the horrible accuracy and reliability. They might eventually replace magic. At least for killing, anyway.
Okay. That is a strange place.
Okay, so is that... yeah, that's 4 owls, death-known dogs, and 2 giant eagles. Okay. Alright.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I've seen pear trees before, but I don't know what a partridge is. It's
It's a type of bird, like a quail.
Okay.
And this wall, it looks pretty high. It's about 30 feet high. So, the tower is... each of the towers is, I think, 45 feet high. So, pretty big.
Experienced constructor, that's expensive shit, man.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of money went into building this wall.
Well, it's worth it to keep both bandits, and other riffraff out.
Yeah.
I believe it's a bit excessive for just bandits. The river can hold bandits out.
Well, you see, down here, I don't know where you came from, but there's this concept called war. And if a city-state wants to stay independent, they need to be able to defend themselves. Walls and those firearms are very important to defending oneself.
It's exactly what I'm saying. This is war fortifications. Not just a barricade to
They
hold
laugh,
bandits
so
out.
they could have been for who knows when.
So these men guarding the wall are dressed like this.
Use.
No.
I
This right here.
still don't get it. Ah, okay.
To see.
Oh, I'll show you myself then. Okay. Control Z. Okay. Yeah, it's probably Shift Z. Okay, did
Yeah.
it pop up?
Yeah.
They're wearing nice uniforms, blue uniforms, and then they have that boomstick. And they're wearing funny hats, and they each have a backpack.
Huh, not bad for humans.
Yeah. they also have, seems like they have a pouch you can see in between the crenellations of the wall and stuff as they pass. Each of them has a large belt pouch that looks like it's stuffed full of something.
Thrasham will just say, I guess we'll go onward to the drawbridge or whatever to the south. And
Sounds fine by me. So this is a human settlement?
They do appear human, yeah.
yes.
What are we waiting on?
I suppose Thrashing, who is our navigator.
All right, Kukulu is going to get fully cowled. He's going to have pull his cowl up. He's got gloves on. He's nothing visible.
Okay. Kind of hiding your race?
It's hiding my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the disguise proficiency or skill?
No, he just stays covered up. He's not trying to be anything other than a guy just wearing crazy amounts of clothing.
Okay.
Face only a mother could love.
My mother threw me out. You're wrong.
I see.
I don't see any tokens moving.
So we should put. It's sort of stupid, but.
So the closer and closer we get to the bridge, the more and more Shirka starts to look nervous.
You need not be concerned, Shirka. You may look like you come out of the wilds, but they won't. But they won't shoot you.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Just,
Okay, so from this vantage point, you can see basically through most of the city.
okay.
Along this main avenue to the, out the other side. Of the city.
There's a couple of people there.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Alright. He says, I'm not so concerned
Is the gate
about...
shut or anything like
It's
that?
wide open, and there are guards on top of the towers, just kind of standing guard, and people are coming and going freely. So,
Thrasham's group will just start walking in.
and it's a Tuesday today, so business as usual.
Shirka says, I think you have to declare if you have an excess of 50,000 gold.
Where did you hear that?
I was born here and raised here.
Seems like a goofy law.
Also have to declare your animals, probably.
That's normal.
Oh, okay. No such thing.
I do declare.
Alright, so you can see down these avenues to your left and right. I'm actually just going to open up the entire front of the city to you guys. Well, the entire front wall, essentially. There.
Are they like walking around or anything?
Let's see. Nobody of note.
Well, I'm just a regular person that he could ask if they knew where the pub was or whatever, you know, the bar.
You do see a sign on this building here. Here. Poking out over the main avenue. That looks like a bed and a mug. And then a sign here that looks like a barn with a horse.
Any signs have actual English or common written on them, or just all
It's
pictures?
just pictures.
And mostly people are illiterate.
I guess Thrasham will make the way over to the stable first. Well.
And you can see right into it. This here. Looked like there was a person inside.
Talk to the guy and pay for a day's stabling of his animals so he doesn't have to deal with them for the rest of the town trip.
Okay. Yeah, the man inside. Let's see. There's definitely a man inside, and he's just, he kind of walks, or watches you pass by his front door. Front door is right here. You kind of pass by it, and doesn't say anything.
Oh, good, sir.
He goes, oh, hi. It's pretty windy outside, and it's kind of hard to hear him, like, because he's just talking so quietly. And you're just kind of, like, raking hay around.
Purchase some stabling for the day and night.
Okay. How many stables do you want? Or stalls?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And the rest of you can see he's dressed in, like, coveralls and, like, a cheap, like, burlap shirt. And he's holding, like, a rake, and he's raking around as he talks. Not even...
Creatures.
Oh. 16, huh? I'm not even sure I have that many stalls.
Or tiny even, but, you know.
Let's see, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open stalls. But you might want to check next door. We're the same business, but he manages the one next door. And I think there's one across town maybe you could check.
South or east across
all the
town?
way across town. Yeah, there's 2 more. They're kind of crappy though. They're ran by a little kid, and he doesn't really know what to do. I think he runs it for like his grandpa or something. So it's an establishment this size, and it's just one little kid.
So you can take care of 6 of them then, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
It's like a per day or something like that, right?
Daily food and lodging. Grand stabling is 5 silver per stall. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I'll do it for 30 silver a day. Because that's times 6, right?
Yeah.
Or just 3 gold a day.
Yeah. So yeah, Thrasham will give him 3 gold, and the first 6 animals will go in there, I guess.
Yeah, you guys can hear Thrasham kind of talking to some dude.
Yeah, we're just waiting to finish the handling.
Construction of the barn
Is
looks
it-
about average. Say again, Anatoly?
Is the Thrasm the one that seems to be in control of all those animals?
He seems to be, yeah. Doesn't really look like he's in control. They seem to be his pets. And
Yeah.
they kind of, like, obey his, commands and stuff like that. Okay. Anything anybody else wants to do?
Yeah, Kookaloo's going to approach this kid.
Okay.
Hold out 3 silver. Or what is it, 6?
5 silver for a stall. But it looks like
5 silver. He's going to, I just point to the ground over near one of the stalls and, like, I'll stay there and give him 5 silver.
You point to the ground?
Yeah, right in, like, that area.
Go ahead and ping again. I didn't see your ping. Oh, you just moved. Okay.
Yeah. Just to mark where it was. I don't know how to ping yet.
It looks like that area is full of, like, saddles and stuff.
Ooh, nice. Comfortable.
Yeah, he takes your money, and he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It looks like a young man. He's not really a boy. Probably about 18.
Many thanks. Kookaloo!
Anybody else want to do anything, or are you just following Thrashim?
Actually, I'll ask him if there are horses